Hi, friends. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Pastor Kirk with Aaron, and we're looking at this edition of First Word Wednesday. Give you a little idea of what's coming up for Sunday. We started a brand new series called Follow Me, Make Disciples. And this Sunday, we're going to take a look at Jesus calling his disciples. Now, a few things that we want to just kind of let you think about and ponder a little bit about, that when Jewish rabbis back in the first century, they would kind of vet out those young people, especially guys at that time, who were passionate, who wanted to study and memorize the whole Old Testament. Can you imagine? And after kind of watching people, their passion, they would approach a rabbi, and the rabbi would look at their life and said, okay, you can follow me. To follow the rabbi meant to walk in the dust of the teacher. Now, the reason why I want to explain that to you is because when Jesus says, follow me, he's doing something totally opposite from the culture. He's inviting Peter, James, and John, and Andrew, and Nathaniel to follow him. And now, keep this in mind as well, too. Jesus will later say, you didn't choose me, but I chose you. From John chapter 1, verses 40 and 42, we'll read these words. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, was one of the two who heard what John had said and who had followed Jesus. The first thing Andrew did was to find his brother Simon and tell him, we have found the Messiah, that is the Christ. And he brought him to Jesus. And Jesus looked at him, and the verb that's used is the same verb that John's going to use later at the back end of his gospel, when Jesus looked across the garden after Peter had denied him and looked at him intently. Now Jesus is looking at him. I would have to imagine that he'd be smiling at him and seeing this man's heart. And he said, you, Simon, son of John, you'll be called Cephas, which was then translated Peter. Now, it's interesting. God has a way of renaming people, doesn't he? Maybe automatically you thought about, like, hey, what about Abraham? He went from Abram to Abraham. What about Jacob? Jacob went from Jacob to Israel. And now here God does that again for a very good reason. Well, I hope to whet your appetite a little bit about it. I'm looking forward to sharing with you about Peter and selection, and kind of to give you a taste. One of the songs that we'll sing at the first service will be called Jesus Calls Us. Listen to this great hymn. Jesus calls us o'er the tumult of our life's wild, restless sea. Think about the sea of Peter. Day by day his sweet voice soundeth, saying, Christian, saying, Mary, saying, Ray, follow me. So that's our first service. And what are we going to sing second service?
Very excited for all the music this weekend. Who You Say I Am.
Oh, yeah.
One of our classics.
I saw that.
Yep.
It's going to be great.
I'm really excited for it.
Play us up first of all.
Who am I at the highest who'd welcome me? I was lost, but you brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Yes, his love for me. Who the sun sets free. Oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.
Ooh, I love that song. Hey, well, we'll look forward to having you join us, whether it's online or it's on the radio or it's in person. God bless you. See you Sunday.